Scorpio, how you doing? So this is not your tarot reading, this is actually just your channeled messages, and if you've been with the channel for a while, you know that I'm now kind of sometimes doing the channeled stuff separately from the tarot reading, but the tarot reading is going to come out a few minutes after this, and you can find it on the end screen in the boxes that will say you're reading, and it will come out pretty much within the next 5 minutes after you see this, if you want to watch this first. Okay, so your channeled stuff for this timeline of around the 20th until the 30th, there's a lot of frustration and a lot of workload is what I keep hearing. Like, I've got a load of work on, I've got so many things that I want to get done, but there is just the name done, Dan, Doon, Bandoon, Dan, banned. Something to do with someone being banned or being took off something and a band, or you're looking for a gastric band, or you're looking to get into some sort of music band. But I keep hearing this warning banned, like you've been banned, you've been told no, okay? So I don't know what this is around people being banned. I don't know if it is on like a YouTube thing or like a program of such, and then all of a sudden you find out that you're being locked out, okay, and so told no. So I don't know if that's where someone's being locked out of a business or someone's account, or wherever it is physically just having to turn someone down. Okay, now this came up in the Libra reading where someone had turned somebody down and said, look, no, I can't do it. I can't do this for you. My workload is absolutely like piling up. My paperwork is piling up. I don't know if I have enough time to get it all finished. And because I don't know if I have enough time to get it all finished, I don't know if I can do you this favour or if I can do anything. It feels like that people's, like I said, these could be tarot channels and stuff, but like myself, have like so much demand for like work and work and work and work and work that I just don't know if there's enough hours in the day in order for me to get everything finished. Okay, so it feels like that you've got a project or an offer of some kind like is underway, but you're like, you know what, I'm sorry, but I've got an offer here and I just can't do that. And I don't know if this is coming through it as your love life or something, because it could have a lot to do with, like I said, your card didn't really come up, but you could have a lot to do with the Libra energy. Okay, but like, you know, this, like, I just can't seem to, like, I can't do it for you. Like, I don't seem to, like, you can turn me on, but like you turn me off, then you turn me down, then you, like, you can be, it's kind of like, are you here? You could really be dealing with someone like myself, like as a Gemini placement of moon. Okay, but like 1 minute you're okay and the next minute you're okay, or like are you okay? Well, no, because my workload is busy and I can't do this for you, and I'm so like stressed out at the moment by the amount of work that I've got to get done, but I just don't know if I can fit my quota and get it all done, and that there are probably projects that I want to have to do, but I don't really have any time off. I mean, if you're YouTube's, you know, for people like that are kind of like a bit like myself, I haven't had a day off in ages. Like, I haven't had a day off in ages, and I can't, okay? So, well, I can, but like I said, it's kind of that energy where you might work for yourself, for instance, and you just don't have a day off. Like, I can't seem to, like, somebody might be asking you a question work-wise or to do some work for them, okay? And it's like, look, you know, I can't take this on as well as what I'm also doing, because there are certain things that I want to fit into my day, but I just can't because I have so much work to do. So don't forget, Scorpio, you can be watching this as an Aries as well, okay, as an Aries, but you would need to have followed the channel for quite a while and know how I read within numerology as well as everything else in channel, and also cards and all of the above. Okay, so if you've just found the channel itself and you're watching this and you're wondering what I'm doing or how I'm doing it, you're going to have to be a part of the channel for a while for me to channel your stuff, okay? But if you are getting very mixed up, it's because you probably need to watch some of the videos that I've linked that just basically take you straight over to explain. Okay, but you can watch this also as an Aries because you would be a 4, okay? But it feels like that I have so much work on, I have so much to do that I can't fit everything in that I want to do for myself because my work is so busy. And because it is, by the time I've got home, I'm basically just so tired and knackered that I don't know if I can really do any more and fit any more in. It feels like, you know, I mean, me, myself, and Irene, but me, myself, right? When you're looking at time metaphysically, there still doesn't seem to be enough time in the day anyway. Like, there's so much that you want to get done that the body kind of says, no, you know, you need to take a break, you need to have a rest, but you're like, I can't. Like, I'm under contract, I'm under a clause to say that I've got to, and all I really want is a break and I need some time off, but I can't because, like, you know, you might be a cleaner or Tina, but like you might be a cleaner or something like that, and you know, you go out from place to place, like say residential place, and you look after elderly people, and you go to one house to another house to another house to another house, and then by the time you get back home, you're kind of like, man, the journey that's took me to do all of that, and then get back home, by the time I am, now I've got to cook and I've got to clean and I've got to do all of this stuff, and it's kind of like, you know, I mean, you could be trying to do it all. That's what I'm saying. You could be trying to do it all. You could be trying to do all of these different projects and all of these different things and work and projects and life and enjoyment and fitting them all in. Your channel messages are really just coming through a frustration of being like so overwhelmed by the amount of money and by work that you've got, or like you enjoy work that much, but it's kind of like leaving you at that like, damn, there's another couple of things that I really want to do, but I mean, me for instance, I'm Scorpio rising, right? So I'm coming up in this reading, and I get like this over my patrons and stuff like that, right? And I don't know if I'm going to have time in order to finish these off, okay, do the monthlies for next month, and then all of the weeklies in time to come out where every star sign is done between the 1st and the 7th. And I'm now doing my Gemini moon bit where I'm like, man, I don't know if I can fit all of this in, because I wanted to do another set of readings as well that I wanted to put out on here. And I get like this myself, being a Gemini moon, I'm like, man, I've got so many fucking things that I want to get done, like music, and like I want to have a day off, but I've got so many readings that I've got to get done, and so many things that I'm just now like overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that I have to keep churning out and doing. And that is the trouble when you do a tarot card channel, okay, you have like 12 signs to do, okay, and then by the time you've got through those 12 you have to do another 12, and it's pretty much like working a 12-hour shift. By the time you've done a 12-hour shift, you pretty much get back home and you sleep during the day, and then when you get back up, you're like, oh, well, fuck, everybody else is at work. I've only really got a couple of hours in order to have something quick to eat, and then I've got to go back out and do another 12-hour shift. So it's that kind of energy, right, that you're so busy that time just seems to be like, well, like, am I enjoying the money that I've got, or am I enjoying the time that I've got, because I'm not really having any time off. I'm not having a break. I'm not having that me time where like a day or two really doesn't seem to be enough, and you perhaps have one day off, but then you're back on again and you're full steam ahead into everything, and you're like, man, I'm fucking like just like churning everything out, and like, but not really taking a break. Well, that's business, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm in that boat, whether you be a Scorpio or Aries, or whether you're relating to any of these messages. Okay, but you know, it's trying to fit everything in to be able to do it. But like I said, tarot stuff keeps coming up. If any of y'all are watching, you know, be prepared for that, right? Be prepared for that, because it is very difficult. You know, a lot of people say to me, Steve, man, your channel stuff and the messages that you give me, but that doesn't really show YouTube that. You know, YouTube are not really liking, man, this person's got great content, but my subscription rate really doesn't really go anywhere. You know, it's like that. So you still have to put in like loads of hours, loads of time and everything else, and you may not be reaping the rewards from it and thinking, what the hell is the point, right? So you really can get in that rut, you know, in that rut where you're like, man, I keep doing all of this stuff and I keep putting it all out, but it's not really, you know, it's really not going anywhere, or it is going somewhere, but I'm kind of like always working, and I'm always seem to be working. Okay, and it feels like that. I mean, I've got it. I've got projects, you know, I wanted to, because some people have asked me to do like a divine feminine. I won't really do a divine masculine, but some people are like, because I've had 7 twin flames, obviously, in the past, I have a different aspect of looking at it. Like, I don't like the word twin flame, really. But, you know, I've had 7 spiritual connections myself, okay, over my journey of 13, 14 years. And I have a lot of experience in certain things, but I've never really done divine feminine kind of readings. But I just wanted to really give some people what they've been asking for, because they watch this. So I'm like, well, you know, I suppose I could do that, and I do want to do it, but like, I'm kind of like, how am I going to fit it all in? You know, so it is something that I would like to do, and not really put it over to Patron, but just to do a few readings like that. So I'm trying to like organise my time. And I think a lot of you are probably doing the same kind of thing, like trying to organise your time around what it is that you really want to do, but it makes it very difficult to kind of fit it all in and all of that kind of thing, right? But I mean, what a lot of people don't seem to notice, you see, I mean, I could do a divine feminine reading, right? Like some people are asking for, but it's the same. it's the you versus them, right? It's the same reading, it's the same stuff, it's just called something else, okay? But I don't know if you're struggling with this and that kind of thing. Stephen King, struggling with a Stephen or another Stephen, or a lion king, like a lion, a Leo, okay, Aquarian Leo, Leo / Aquarian, which is 8, okay. But yeah, like feeling very compromised and feeling very stuck and just kind of like, man, I'm stuck at home in the 8 of Swords all the time. I seem to be churning out and doing the same thing all of the while. I seem to spend most of the time on my own. Or I seem to spend most of the time like in an office working like 9 till 5, a bit like Dolly Parton, right? So you'll be dealing with a 9, which is a Virgo, and a 5, which would be Sagittarius / Taurus, okay? But 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 5, yeah. So you really could be dealing with like a life path 5, a Taurus, Sagittarius placement somewhere, okay? But like I've said, if you haven't seen the channel before, your trine is what you're looking for, your karmic number, life path number, yours. Anybody else, pick anybody that you have trouble with, try and find out their life path number. Your life path number, their life path number. Add them both up. Come 11:11 on the clock. Add them both up. Come to a number. That's your trine. The third number is what you look for. So when you've got that third number, okay, look for the Major Arcana card, which I've listed them all below. Look for the Major Arcana card. That will show you the star sign. So when they come up in other readings and that star sign, you'll think, shit, man, that really sounds like my thing, right? That's something that's really going on with me. That's your trine number. And I don't know if anybody's ever come up with this. I've never seen it. It's just something I came up with around breaking code. Okay, and it's a trine number. Okay, your trine is really going to like show you your karma because it's a third party energy. It's what we all in all of the time, like drama, God knows what else, right? The third card is what is going to show you the most amount of conflict that you've got with that third person, okay? Or with that person itself, of why you just keep going around the same shit, okay? So you can look for that, okay? But there is a video, and it is provided somewhere all on here that will show you how to do that if you're unaware, okay? But like I said, it's like that. It's like doing all of these things, but really not possibly knowing whether you're going to reap the reward from this offer. I mean, I'm another person. I've been made an offer of a certain thing, and it seems like a good one, but it's a lot more workload that I have to do, that I have to take away from this and also Patron, and I don't know if I can fit that in, so I'm probably going to have to turn it down. It could be a good opportunity, and I would like to do it, but again, I can't like deface what I'm doing here also. So it's like that, you know. It's a lot of videos that I've been asked to do, okay, and I was going to hone in on telling people how to read tarot cards and stuff, and how I do it, okay, but because it's a lot more in depth. It's not me just showing you a card and saying, okay, these are all of the things in a book. It's me pretty much going to give a load of info on me, okay, on how I do things, but it was also the second lot was going to be of videos were going to be around honing in on spiritual gifts and stuff like that, and how and why and all of this stuff, right? But that's something I would like to do, and what I've been asked to do for a company, but I just don't know if I'm going to have the time in order to do that, and whether people are going to buy it. But they're going to do all that for me, but again, I don't know if I've got the time. I just don't know if I've got the time. So your messages are simply that, really. It's just like, I don't know if I've got the time to do everything that I want to get done. Like, if I really want to get it all done, I don't know if I've got time to do it all. Okay. So, because it feels like that you're in a rush, but you're in a rut. Like, you're in a rut. Like, how do I get myself out of this hole? Right? How do I get myself out of bed? Or how do I get myself out of something that I'm in? Like a contract of something, or how do I work the contract around me, right? Instead of working it for money, or instead of working for the contract, how do I get the contract to work for me, kind of thing, right? So how do I organise this so it works for me? Okay, but that is one thing that has come up for me. It's it's people that will pretty much organise me and tell me of a load of things in order to be able to organise my time to make it work. Right, which is by, I can't go into it too much. I'm really contemplating it, I don't know, but I'm just, Gemini moon bit. Gemini moon bit. Okay, so, or moon bit, or gambit, and then gambit or moon bit. Okay, moonbeam. You're right, moonbeam. But like moonbeams or moonbit. Okay, or something to do with your mum that you might have coming up around your mother. Okay, around your mother. Something coming up around that energy. Somebody asking you, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jasmine, Julian. But those names again. But I'm also hearing Ken or you Ken, someone from Scotland. Ken, yeah, Ken. Kenneth. I'm also picking up Kenneth Williams. Oh, matron. Some of you are like, you work for the NHS and stuff like that. Matron, as a matron. Okay, Kenneth Williams. Or the name Kenneth or Williams. Right, but William Williamson or Williams. Okay, but like Kenneth. Kent also. Stoke-on-Trent or Kent. Someone's from up Kent, up north. No, sorry, Kent is south, down London. Kent. Kentucky. I'm also hearing Kentucky Fried Chicken or Kentucky. So a place in America, right? Kentucky. Something around a truck as well. A truck, like a car. I'm saying a Cancerian or a 7, but like a truck. They keep saying something about my truck. Okay, it might need fixing, or you're doing something about your truck, or about, I don't know, around a car, or something like that, around trucks. Truck sellers, or Chucky Doll. Oh, there's Chucky. So what are we doing? Scorpio. So there's Tyler's tarot, right? Chucky. But I don't know if he knows that he's also coming up in my readings, or if he's coming up as a Scorpio, because he's an Aries, right? So for Chucky, somebody with Chuck E. Cheese. Some of you are eating like Chuck E. Cheese or burgers or cheeseburgers or something like that, or you're going to like it came up in another reading around, what do they call it, Five Guys or something, like burgers, I mean, Jesus Christ, man, we got one in Cambridge, one of those Five Guys, and I went the other week. My God, the burger, chips, jeez, man, what do you call it, fries, chips, damn, man, oh, Jesus, what is wrong? They are great, right? Ever had Five Guys burger, but had the fries. Shit, man, how on earth they cook them? It's like 4 thrice cooked chips or whatever they are, but man, they are great. But something like that, like burgers and chips or something, or like cooking a lot of burgers, eating burgers, or trying to stop eating burgers, or you're just pretty much muff diving. Whichever way it is, you could even be going diving for a lot of you. Devon, but diving, something to do with diving, skiving. Ooh, okay, some of you are trying to get off of something. You could be coming up in the Libra bit, where it's like trying to get over the evidence and trying to get something over someone, is what they're saying. I'm trying to pin something on somebody. Oh dear. What is that? Is this circumstantial evidence of the court thing that seems to come up for a lot of you? Like I'm trying to pin the tail on the donkey. I mean, is it a party that's coming up, which would be Gemini? But that would just be a simple message, because I'm seeing like a donkey that's got a pin on it and someone's smashing it to get all the sweets out. But like I'm picking up like a nest egg of someone that's trying to like break something to get money out of or something. But I don't know what that's for. Something being smashed. Also someone smoking weed and getting smashed. Absolute blitto there. But something here is around trying to pin the tail on the donkey, Janai. But trying to pin the tail on it. So this is like trying to pin evidence on somebody. It's come up through Libra reading, through their channel stuff, of like trying to pin evidence on someone, but it was all being shredded. Like all this evidence was being shredded. Okay, and it was kind of like I could see a file of facts, and it was all being shredded documents, and trying to prove something and then pin evidence. But then circumstantial evidence came up around. Like I want to retract my statement and then make another one. Like duplicate a piece of paper. So I don't know if someone is using counterfeit money here. Counterfeit money. Like fake false money, fake false accusations, falsely accused, court situations, shredding papers, having to... it also came up as a 3D printer as well, that came up. Like machines stopping and stuff like that, and some like machine like that prints money or prints things off suddenly just shuts down and stops, and like production line stops, and like at work, and you get frustrated because you need this machine in order to be able to keep printing things off, and you can't, and it breaks down and it shuts up, and you're like, fuck it, man, I am now really pissed off because now my workload is picking up and I'm losing deadline and all of that kind of thing. And Scorpio 4, so this person could be an actual Scorpio, okay, but like a deadline, and I've got to reach my deadline, and my paper needs to be in or something like that, and I've got a deadline in order to reach, and I can't because my machine is stopped, my machine is packed up, and now I can't do anything about it. Right, so if anyone's like printing off documents or stuff like that, or they have a certain machine that they have to use at work, it's kind of like it stops. Okay, you're coming up through the Libra part somewhere, but it might be the number. That's what I'm saying. You can look for that number, and that might be why you come up in that reading. Okay, and it might be someone that you know, but it was around a thing being stopped, like a support system, like someone cutting someone off financially. Or a, what do you call it, man? It came up in the last reading. Life support machine. But a life support can also be money and finances here. Like I have something that I was relying on, but then all of a sudden it's blocked and it stopped and I've cut my allowance. Okay, so that might be you or your kids or children, or stopping someone's allowance, or stopping someone being allowed, which was the banning and the breaking and the stopping. And like, no, I'm putting a stop to all of this now. You're not allowed to just do all of that. Right, but I am picking up there where there's something might be where, like I said, it could be this machine that stops, like someone that's on life support, and these people were like finding evidence about certain things that were going on in the Libra reading, and it was around like things that were underground, like someone that like on life support machine, and can we turn them off, but we can't because we need to find out something info from them first, and we don't want them to go because we need to find out information from them. Or it was like retracting statements, and we can't because we can't do anything because we need evidence first. We need to uncover this first, so we can't do this because we can't sell it, buy it, give it, do whatever. We can't do anything with it because we don't have the evidence. Okay, so that kind of thing there, because we don't physically have the evidence where it can be proved that anything has been done wrong. So, you know, it's thrown out of court, or it's thrown out, or it's like, well, I need to retract my statement and then make another one. Or like a life support machine that maybe needed to be turned off. Someone was digging up evidence of a thing that was going over the ground in order to try and, like a metal detector or something, of like trying to find, it might be where I said like your keys are somewhere. Someone lost their car keys in another reading, I don't know what it was, but like a metal detector, or like a, I don't know, a machine that goes over where there may have been Bury, St Edmunds, or Bury, but like blurry, 21 Pilots, blurry face. Someone has a blurry face. I don't know what that's for, blurry face. But like, yeah, a machine that goes over the floor, and then they can tell like seismic activity. But this was also coming up as a body that may have been found underground. But like they're saying, like seismic activity, where people like earthquakes and things like this, and put diodes into the like ground and figure out like movement of the floor, or like rocks and crystals and stuff like that, and seismic activity of an what do you call it? I don't know what they call those people that like anthologist or whatever. But like astrology, but like rocks, crystals, movement, ground, underground, like figuring out like earthquakes and all of this kind of shit, man. So I don't know if y'all got an earthquake coming. I hope not. But like this warning sign. Warning. I don't know what on earth that message is. Audio's on. Okay, something to do with seismic activity. Okay, and like vibrations of the ground. Because I'm feeling that some of you may experience a slight tremor here. Trevor, the name Trevor, or a tremor. Emma, M, L, Zabum, Capricorn. But like a tremor. Terrified, or Tara. Where you been, Tara? Anyway, but like like terrified, like I'm terrified. Paranoid or terrified? Terrified. Inferior of my life. I mean, what's that? Inferior? Theory? Theory. The theory of relativity. The relatives. I'm fucking... Someone's like fearing their relatives. Something to do with family. That fears the relatives. Like someone making it very difficult because of relatives. Here. What have we done? 25 minutes. I'm going to have to cut these short. I'm sorry, Scorpio, but I have got so much work to do. I really have. So I don't know if I'm going to fit all of these in. But like I said, this is just your free intergalactic weird shit channel messages, Scorpio. If you would like to, the screen should come up here somewhere, and one of them will be your actual star sign tarot card reading that I'm just about to do after this, okay? But if you want to click on it, it would really appreciate it. It would really help with the algorithm. Any like, share, comment, subscribe, or if not, just find the video because it will be directly after this one, okay? Thank you so much, Scorpio. I really appreciate it, and let's see what's going to happen with your tarot.